so easy to be cold in a society that praises not caring. What kind of a life is one where you don't love, you don't share, you don't laugh? Like, what is the point? It's 7 a.m. and it's raining, and I have my sunroof, my rain roof. Guys, I've sat in front of this camera for like 30 minutes and nothing of note is coming out of my mouth. I wanted to talk about me feeling like people are just rude nowadays and have a lot less compassion than they used to. It's so easy to forget that we are all human. And what I mean by that is we're so caught up in our own lives. We are always in a rush. I know that stupid quote where it's like, it's about the journey, not the destination. And I feel like that kind of applies. Think about it. We're always rushing on our way to work, rushing on our way to school, rushing to go to the grocery store. And it's like, what's the point? I noticed this especially in the grocery store. People will be so ready to get in and get out, and nobody looks at each other in the face or in the eyes, says excuse me. I just feel like we've all forgotten that the point is to be around other people. I forgot this at some point. I'm not excluded from this. I was the person that wouldn't look at people in the face or in the eyes or say hi or excuse me or do you need help? And I think it's important to revert back to that because, okay, I'll give an example. My family and I went out to eat at a restaurant. It was kind of fancy. It was for my sister's birthday, and my sister brought my niece, and she's a wild child, okay? She was excited because my mom had brought her some bracelets that she got, and so she was kind of being loud about it. And the table across from us had about like 4 older people, and they all looked back at us in like disgust, which I kind of get, but for some reason my reaction really shocked me because I wanted to smile at them. I just wanted to smile at them, and it was really weird because usually I'd be like, what are you looking at? I just wanted to be kind because once you're kind, I feel like it's harder for the other person to be rude. And you know, I get it. My niece was kind of screaming in the middle of dinner, but I felt like if I smiled at that table, they would remember that we are people too, and we came there to eat and have fun and spend time with other people because that's what life is all about. It's so easy to forget that everything in life is meant to be shared, because you can only be alone for so long until you're just like, what am I doing with my life? Some of the best times that I've had are shared with people, and some of the best moments of my day are just smiling at strangers on my walk, or helping somebody by opening the door, asking somebody if they need help, sharing, or just like anything. And I feel like we've become selfish in the way that we always want to be the first in line, or pick the best bag of chips in the store, or cut people off and speed through traffic so we can get home quicker. And I think it's really ridiculous. All we're doing is making the world a less humane place, which sounds like a paradox. Why are we trying to make a human-filled earth less humane? Make it make sense. I just sound stupid right now. I think that living a fulfilling life requires slowing down, being kind, connecting with other people. Truly. We all care so much about our family and our friends and our loved ones, and we forget that every single person that is walking around this earth has a story and feelings, and they deserve the same love and care that we give to our favorite people. And don't get me wrong, like, some people can just be rude. I just think it's important to ask ourselves why they're being rude. They could have a family member in the hospital that's suffering. Their pet might have just died. They might have had an argument with their best friend. Instead of jumping to the conclusion of that person is just mean, I need to be mean back to them, is, I think, wrong. Sometimes we can get caught up in being the one that brings justice or teaches somebody a lesson, but really what that person might need most is somebody saying, "Are you doing okay? How are you?" And being genuine about it. It's so easy to be cold in a society that praises not caring. I cared a lot. I probably cared too much, more than the average person, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Because what kind of a life is one where you don't love, you don't share, you don't laugh? Like, what is the point? Deleting social media has really showed me how people are so quick to be rude and make rude comments and do it in a very careless and easy way. Deleting social media has also showed me how my phone was affecting me. For example, whenever I'd be walking to class or to the grocery store door or anything like that, I would just like be on my phone, like not wanting to make eye contact with anyone because it's awkward. Who cares? That's like the best part of the day, is saying hi to someone. I think it's so sweet, and you get to see somebody new, and you might even make somebody's day by acknowledging that they're there and that they're living with you. I think that is just so awesome. I just don't understand why we ignore each other and pretend like they don't exist. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's just rude. Be nice. Like, it's really not hard.
No more saying cuss words, guys. It's inappropriate and violent.
And I used to, like I said, I used to not be like this. I used to really want to go out and go back home as soon as possible. But what is the point of that? What is the point of going out? It makes no sense. I've made it a point, especially while driving, to not tail people. Number one, it's stressful. Have you ever been tailed? Stop. And because it's so easy, especially while driving, to forget that there is a human being in the car. Little human beings, big human beings in the car, and we could all kill each other in an instant. And what is the point of tailing someone when, number one, you're not going to get anywhere any faster? You're going to potentially cause a crash because you're stressing the person in front of you out. You're just making an unsafe environment for everyone around you. That one thing has actually calmed my nervous system. Slowing down while driving has calmed my nervous system so much, to the point where I actually like driving now. I used to hate driving, and you know what I was doing while I hated driving? I was tailing people. I was cutting people off, getting road rage whenever I would hit a red light. I was running red lights. And now my favorite thing to do is go on drives, look at the houses and look at the trees and look at the birds. Obviously, I'm paying attention. Obviously, I'm paying attention to the road. But I just think it's so awesome to be present and be a human and just be human. I started college yesterday and I love it so much. I know people hate school, hate getting up early, hate group projects and like the icebreakers, but that was my favorite part because I get to hear about what other people like to do. You can only be with yourself so long. I mean, come on. You already know what you like to do. You already know what you like to eat, where you like to go, what your favorite things are. And it's so awesome to hear that things that maybe you think are mediocre or you don't like or whatever light somebody's day up. It just gives you a new perspective. Being with people gives you so many new perspectives, and it is so cool. Making people feel special and loved and seen is, like, in my opinion, the point of life. We are all imperfect, we are all struggling, and we are all just trying our best at the end of the day. Okay, guys, I think I'm done yapping. I kind of just want to go on a walk now. On another note, I'm so glad it's getting cold again. The fall vlogs are gonna go crazy. I just wanted to add, guys, that I am not perfect either. I may exclude people, or I'm not as nice as I could be, or I'm out of breath. maybe that I even said something that was rude, but I think it's important to acknowledge that and just do better next time. I just talked to like 7 people on that walk. My day is made. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I kind of want to go to TJ Maxx and get a candle. So let's do that. This one looks so cool. It smells bad though. Okay, first of all, I only got 1 candle. Second of all, I have a story when I get in the car. So this morning it was raining and I needed to walk to class. And so I opened my umbrella and I start walking outside, and I have my Uggs on, and I know how water damaged Uggs can get. And I've already soaked my Uggs once before. I'll put a picture maybe. And I didn't want that to happen again. And there was a puddle and there was a car coming. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna jump over this real quick and be on my way. Well, so I do a little leap and then I fall like down on one knee, like I'm proposing. Honestly, my Stanley saved me, this big giant green thing, because I like balanced on it while I fell. It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe when I get home I'll like do a demonstration. Cover my mouth in shock. But the only thing I got from TJ Maxx was this candle. Being kind is one of the hardest things to do, but it pays off the most, I promise. Being kind expends your time, your resources, your emotional juices, your emotional well-being. I think that's much better than what I said. But I feel like we so often want to get revenge or make people feel the way that other people made us feel. And I just don't think it's worth it. Because think about it. Why do bullies bully? Let's go back to elementary. Why do bullies bully? Because they're not happy. Because somebody probably bullied them. Why repeat the cycle? Why keep going in a circle? It logically makes no sense. You probably won't feel better if you get revenge. And it's just a waste, in my opinion. To me, something about being kind is just so much more appealing than being mean. And I hope that I convinced you guys the same thing. I keep thinking of this quote, because you know I'm watching The Walking Dead right now. Rewatching. When Rick was basically getting revenge on Negan. And he was about to kill him. He had him, but he didn't. And he said, "My mercy prevails over my wrath." I think it's so valuable because being merciful and giving people grace is, I feel like, the #1 thing that is missing in society today. And we need to bring that back because it's important. So yeah. Sorry if this was like all cheesy. This is way different than what I have posted and what I plan to post, but I don't know. If you guys want more talks like this, you probably don't. But just let me know if any of my classmates are watching. I think that's all I got. So I love you. Thank you for chatting with me, and bye.